For most of modern history, shifting away from fossil fuels was viewed as a slow, painful, multi-generational challenge. But the data from 2025 shows a sharp divergence from that path. As emerging markets and new technologies matured, global electricity demand spiked sharply. Despite that record-breaking hunger for power, a single technology stepped up and met 75% of the global growth. Solar generation jumped by 636 terawatt-hours in a single year. That surge overtakes coal's recent growth entirely, matching twice the annual power consumption of the United Kingdom. This chart tracks cumulative installed renewable power capacity. Look at the towering orange bar for Asia in 2024. Solar accounted for over 3/4 of all new capacity worldwide, leaving wind far behind. How did an expensive environmental niche become the most aggressive economic driver in the energy market? The first pillar is pure economics, rooted in the foundational math of Swanson's law. The rule is consistent. For every doubling of the cumulative volume of solar panels shipped globally, the price of those modules drops by about 20%. This chart tracks the installed cost of utility-scale solar since 2010. The curve shows a 90% plunge in real-world costs in just 14 years. Compare that cost floor against a sprawling legacy coal plant. The math has tipped so far that it is now more expensive to run 99% of existing U.S. coal plants than it is to build a brand-new equivalent solar farm right next door. The panels also got better at their actual job, converting sunlight into electricity. In the mid-20th century, early solar technology converted a mere 6% of sunlight into usable power. Today, commercial panels reach 22 to 24% efficiency. Engineers achieved this using multi-junction cells, stacking layers of materials designed to capture a much broader spectrum of light. Higher efficiency has a practical logistical impact. To generate the same amount of power, you now need fewer panels and a fraction of the land. This efficiency jump compounds the savings, aggressively driving down installation costs to make grid-scale power viable in almost any geography. The cheapest and most efficient energy source is useless if it takes a decade to build. Other renewables face much longer lead times. A wind farm requires heavy cranes, 60-ton components, and up to 3 years of construction to complete. Solar has a physical advantage. Large utility-scale farms can be constructed, wired, and grid-ready in as little as a single year. This speed allowed countries like China and India to instantly capture and meet sudden surges in electricity demand throughout 2024 and 2025. Speed is the ultimate competitive edge. Solar is the only power source capable of deploying fast enough to meet modern, exponential demand in real time. The alternative label is gone. Solar is now the default engine of global energy development. And it is driving a new workforce. The sector employs 5 million people globally and leads the energy industry in gender equality. At current growth rates, solar could produce half of the world's electricity by 2050. With the panels deployed, the engineering challenge has moved toward grid flexibility, the ability to store and route variable power to where it's needed most. Ironically, the greatest untapped potential sits in high sunlight regions that are still relying on new fossil fuel generation. The technology is refined, the economics are undeniable, the deployment speed is unmatched. The final hurdle isn't harnessing the sun, it's rewiring the planet to handle the surge.